Hello guys, welcome back to another exciting episode. Now, one of the questions that I get asked most often is that what are the tools that every media team is supposed to have? If you also have such questions on your mind, then stick and stay with me as I take you through some of the tools that every media team is supposed to have. Whether you are starting from the scratch or you are looking for an upgrade, I have something on my checklist that is going to be beneficial to you. Now, let's dive deep into today's presentation. Now, the first thing I have on my checklist is camera. Now, your camera is the heart of your visual production. Without a camera, you cannot do your visual production. Without a camera, you cannot do your video production. Let me put it that way. So when you talk about camera, what kind of cameras are we looking at? So I'll start from a beginner level. Whether you are now building a setup, but then you have limited budget, you can start with your smartphone. Yes, smartphone. Start with a smartphone. Every phone that has a camera can do a perfect job. You can get apps like Droidcam, Apple Cam, and the rest to install on your smartphone, and then you do an amazing job for you. But let's say you have some kind of money for mid-range budgets. You can also go for the Canon XA series. Yeah, you can go for those ones. But then if you are looking for an upgrade, let's say you are at the mid-range level and you are looking for an upgrade, then you can go for the Blackmagic Pocket series, the 6K Pocket, the Blackmagic Reds, and the likes. You can go for those ones if you have budgets for some of these things. The next on the checklist is audio equipment. Audio equipment. The last time I mentioned that your online audience can make do with let's say a low quality video, but then they cannot make do with bad audio. So make sure that your audio is always as crisp as ever. Make sure that it is crystal clear. So in order to get good audio for your production, you have to get better audio equipment. So I want to recommend you get the lavalier microphones. The example, you can get the Boya BY-M1 lavalier microphone, or you can get the Rode series, the Rode Wireless Go, the Rode Wireless Pro, and the likes for the preacher. Sometimes you may not want to depend on the technical team for sound, so you may get that one for the preacher. Also make sure that you get a mixer board for yourself, for the media team, a mixer board, or let me say a sound card for the team, so that you can monitor the levels of the audio that the sound team is giving to you. So with that one too, you can go for the Behringer series, the UCM 204, 404, and the likes. You can also go for the Rodecaster Pro series. You can go for either Rodecaster Pro, Rodecaster Pro 2, or probably you can even go for the Rodecaster Duo. That will help you get a good audio for your production. So make sure that you have so make sure that regardless of the budget that you are working with, you get audio equipment, you get sound card, you get microphones especially, and then if you can get semi or let's say digital boards for the media team, so that, as I said earlier on, you can monitor the levels that are being given to you and the ones that you are also churning out. One tip I would give you regarding the audio gear is that always make sure that you test your audio levels before either you are going live or you are recording. Make sure that you have tested your levels, the levels that the sound guys are giving to you. You make sure that they are all the levels are good, your sound is clear before the start of service. So that should tell you that as the media team, you must make sure that you always get to the service on time. Go there early and make sure that you have tested all these things, and then you make sure that you are good to go. The next tool that I will talk about is your editing software. Your editing software. You can go for free editing softwares like the DaVinci, the Filmora, the iMovie, the Movie Makers. Those are free options that you can go for. You can also go for the subscription-based ones like the Adobe family, the Photoshop, the Premiere Pro, the After Effects, and the rest. It depends on the budget that you are working with. Also make sure that your files are organized properly. After service, make sure that you have copied all the files, you have named them appropriately, so that when you're about editing, you will not waste much time sorting after things. The last thing that I'll talk about is storage and other accessories. So for storage, make sure that you have at least an external hard drive that you back your files on. Probably you can also choose to get cloud storage for your files backup, and then SD cards and external hard drives for your backups, so that you make sure that all your files are kept in a secure and safe environment. Now, when I talk about other accessories too, I'm talking about tripod for steady shots. If you can, gimbals for smooth movement and the likes. You can also get external batteries, external cables and the likes. All these things are accessories that will aid you to do a good production. External batteries for your cameras, add cables for your sound, cables for your streaming, and all what have you. Always make sure that after you've packed the necessary tools for the service for the day, make sure that you have always packed a backup. So let's say when you are picking the SD card, make sure that for photography you have about 2 cards, video production you have about 2 or 3 cards, so that in case one is full, you have a backup. Aside that one, to make sure that you have an external backup, so that when your cards are full, you can back them up immediately on your external hard drive and then head back to the service to shoot. In order to run a successful media ministry, these tools are the building blocks that you will need. We talked about cameras, we talked about audio equipment, I've also talked about storage, I've talked about other accessories like the tripods, the gimbals, the monopods, the SD cards, the external hard drives, and the likes. These are the building blocks for a successful media ministry. Make sure that you have these on your checklist. So before we go, I want to ask you this question: what tools are you using? Or probably what tool do you want to add to your setup? Let me know in the comment section. Now, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the post notification, so that when we release contents like this, you get the first notification and come and watch. My name is Bra Kwaku Simon. I'll meet you again at the other side. Let's get busy.